Please rise for the class of 2019.
You may be seated. Welcome to the graduating class of 2019, and parents and friends of the graduates. We welcome you knowing you have all played an important role in the successes and accomplishments of these fine graduates. In the Boone Community School District, we expect the best, and today we are celebrating the achievement of success. As parents and educators, we know that education involves both family and academic education. The achievement of graduation from high school is truly the result of both. Today, we celebrate and honor you graduates for your academic education, and at the same time honor your families for their support in guiding you to achieve graduation. Parents, we welcome you knowing that your effort in family education and support for academic education has helped make this day possible. Friends and relatives, thank you for your support in helping guiding these young people through their youth. And to the class of 2019, we welcome you in this milestone of success in your lives. You have experienced many achievements as students of the Boone Community Schools, and you have much to offer our world, but your greatest successes lie ahead. It is those future accomplishments by which we will realize our success as educators and parents. Congratulations, graduates, on your academic achievement, as today we celebrate your past accomplishments and future successes. And now I would like to introduce Senior Class President Anna Olson.
Good afternoon, faculty, honored guests, my mother, Sue. Hi, Mom. That's why she can't wait for me to graduate. But let's get to the group of people that this day is all about, the class of 2019. Feel free to take a deep breath or a sigh of relief. It's finally done. We beat every struggle of high school, all of freshman year, geometry, random drama, and the worst of them all, horrible face acne. We were told almost every day of the year to be a Torador family, to follow the expectations of the Torador way. We are expected to be kind to all, live in the moment, make memories last, and to treat everyone in the school as if they are our family. However, what makes us the class of 2019 isn't just that we are a Torador family, but it's also the memories we've made together. I asked some students what their favorite memories were of their senior year. I might have said it was for some Boone TV purposes, but I figured I'd share a few with you. Tabor Brow and Riley Hayworth enjoyed the Friday night lights and the awesome bullpen. Can I get some bullpen pride out there? Sydney Snyder loved seeing her best friend in Morley's class every day. Hope Sundberg enjoyed Mr. Henson's random outbursts of goofiness, one being, quote, "I've always wanted to be the Flash," and then almost falling off a stool. Ella Erickson's favorite memories involved all of the high school dances. Megan Osborne enjoyed having funny inside jokes with her volleyball team that no one understands. You want to explain those, Megan? And lastly, Tyler McBride's favorite memory was seeing his friends in class every day. We've done it all, from playing a fun game of bags at recent grad parties to playing dodgeball tournaments and going to field day our freshman year. We have made memories that we will later declare to our grandchildren as our good old days. That isn't all we did, though. I'd like to ask everyone in the crowd to think for a few minutes on what they did to make a long-lasting impact on our community, state, or even world. It may seem far-fetched or cheesy, but that's what we did too. We wrote letters to families of victims involved in horrible school shootings. We sang for churches in our community. We raised money for students in need at the Hope Festival. We put our hands on our hearts during the national anthem. We inspired people to be themselves. We gave families a Christmas. We gave food to the hungry. We traveled to schools to inspire and teach young Toradors. We gave blood to life serve. We have appreciated our teachers, and lastly, we walked down the brightly lit stadium of Geppinger Field, hand in hand with a young boy that beat cancer. Those are the things that we did. And I say we because we are the class of 2019. We decided to say that the most important thing is not being recognized ourselves, but recognizing others. We saw when someone needed to be lifted up. We saw when someone needed to smile. And we saw when we needed to make a change. We wanted to make sure that others are able to make those happy memories that we all have made. So as we go on to our future endeavors, I encourage each one of us to continue the legacy of our class. Remember that some of the most important memories come when you don't even notice. When you make an impact on someone that makes a larger difference than you can ever know. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2019.
I'll have to admit I've taken a lot of razzing this week on how long I'm going to speak. So I was joking with some of the kids earlier. I said, if it's warm outside, I'm going short. If it's cool, I'm going long. Just teasing. If it does seem long, it's just because I'm getting old. Administration, Board of Education, staff, parents, friends, and class of 2019. We have arrived at a day I'm sure many of you thought would never get here. Today is the culmination of 13 years of hard work, creating friendships, participating in a variety of activities, sorting through various drama, and trying to figure out what life is really about. My daughter just recently graduated from college, and on one of my flights to Tennessee to see her graduate, I was seated next to a woman that lives in Texas. Now, even though it was only an hour flight from Atlanta to Johnson City, Tennessee, we had a short conversation that was pretty typical of people of our age on an airplane. Generally, the conversation goes from where we live to why we are traveling, then circles back to our children, where they live, what they do, and so on. But something this woman said stood out, even though it was pretty typical of something I hear from many parents and many people when they're talking about what they want for their child's future. She said, I just want my children to be happy. Now, that's a line I've probably heard hundreds of times in my life. I just want my children to be happy. Although I think I know what she was saying and what she meant, my prayer for my own children has never been about them being happy. And my hope and prayer for the class of 2019 is not about your future happiness. My hopes and my dreams and my prayers for the class of 2019 is what I want to talk about today. First, my prayer for you is that you find something to be dedicated to. When I think about dedication, I think of the guards that volunteered to stand watch over the tomb of the unknown soldier at Arlington Cemetery in Virginia. If you have never visited Arlington or witnessed what they term the changing of the guard, I would highly recommend a trip to YouTube. They stand guard 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and it doesn't matter if there are hurricane-force winds or raging snowstorm, they always stand guard. This is the type of dedication you must have, whether it's dedication to your family, to your job, your church, or your community. Although you are all graduating from Boone High School today, you will always be a part of this school and this community. I'm still very dedicated to the high school and college I graduated from, and they both give me a very deep sense of personal pride. I hope being a Boone High grad will bring the same for you, along with a profound sense of dedication. Secondly, my prayer for you is that you will always place people as more important than material possessions, accolades, or achievements. I knew a college coach one time that was trying to prepare his athletic team for a very important conference tournament. And their finish in this tournament was going to determine whether that team made the NCAA tournament. A few days before the tournament, there was a crisis situation with one of his players, and he decided to cancel practice so the team could rally around their teammate. Not having this practice could mean the difference between winning and losing, and ultimately a trip to the NCAA tournament. That could even cost the coach a salary bonus and possible promotion. But the coach put people first, and you need to put people first. And by the way, that team won the conference tournament and qualified for the NCAA tournament. Recently, I had the privilege of attending the 100th anniversary of the Boone Rotary Club. For those that are not familiar with Rotary, it's an international service organization that strives to make local communities better places to live. It's a great organization, and our Boone chapter goes to great lengths in making Boone a great place to live. But I was struck by something one of the speakers said. And upon researching it, it was actually a quote from famous boxer Muhammad Ali. And that quote goes, "Service to others is the rent you pay for your room on earth." Service to others is the rent you pay for your room on earth. Think about the impact you would have if you sought to help or serve just one person every day. Just one person. This could be someone in your family, at your school, in your workplace, maybe a neighbor, or better yet, maybe even somebody you don't know. By serving others, not only do we make our world and community a better place, but we automatically take the focus off of ourselves, which certainly is not the norm today in the human race. Thirdly, my prayer for all of you is that one of your core attributes is respect. It is astonishing to me in the current political and social climate that we live in, the lack of respect that people have for one another. Sometimes we lack respect for authority figures, our family, our friends, or even complete strangers. 25 years ago, one's respect was something that was mainly displayed in person, in face-to-face conversations. Today, it is something much greater than that with the rise of social media. I'm often amazed at the things that people will express and say on social media. Make no mistake, your words on social media that can literally reach hundreds of people will make a much broader impact than any words you will say to one person, both negatively and positively. Your words have a great effect on others. Take time to reflect before you speak or type. Don't air your grievances with others for the whole world to see, when you can easily do it face to face. Respect for others will take you great places. Lastly, my prayer for all of you is that you would struggle mightily. It is with our struggles that we learn and grow the most in life. In our struggles, we learn to work hard, deal with adversity, and rely on others and our faith. If you haven't struggled in life, how do you deal with those hurdles that may come your way in the future? Maybe you lose your job. Maybe you flunk out of college. Maybe there's a death in the family or a failed business venture. Recently, my wife and I, in a sort of sick and twisted way, were talking and laughing with our daughter. You see, although her college experience was tremendous, there were struggles along the way. We laughed because we said that was probably our fault, because that was always our prayer for her. That she would go through the struggles that she needed to go through to make her the person that she was meant to be. And that is, of course, what we want for the class of 2019 also. We don't wish hard times or harm to any of you, but we know that so many of you have so much tremendous potential inside of you, of which not even a fraction has been tapped into. And only when you struggle will you become what you can become. In closing, I want to say that I wish I had a formula of great words of wisdom that would guarantee you all would be greatly successful and happy as you go forth. I also don't want to be disingenuous and predict that one of you will discover the cure for cancer or end world hunger, or someday be able to explain the Green New Deal. But I do want you to know that as a teacher of many of you and a fan of all of you, I've been on the sidelines the last 4 years and watched with great admiration as you have grown physically, emotionally, academically, and spiritually into a graduating class that I, for one, am deeply proud of. Yes, some of you have grown into fantastic musicians and fine athletes and great academic students. And of course, we're always deeply proud of that. But sometimes important and success and growth comes in many forms. So for some, that growth and success is about having the courage to try out for a high school musical, or maybe just raise your hand in class and participate in front of 30 of your fellow students. Yesterday, I watched 3 seniors hoist a state tournament tennis trophy when none of the 3 were even in the lineup a year ago. There's so much to be proud of. You have the potential and the grit that is needed to make a difference in whatever part of the world you choose to be from here on out. And I believe that with a deep sense of dedication, service to others, respect for others, and some worthwhile struggles, you will become the person that you were meant to be. From this day forward, you might not be our students or our athletes, but you will always be part of our family, and we will never stop praying for you. God bless, and congratulations to the class of 2019.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy,
I'd like to thank Kelly Earl and the choir for singing. I heard that song at a practice in the Commons about a month ago, and I thought it'd fit perfectly for our message today. I have the privilege of offering the scholarships and the service recognition for this year's class of 2019. Silver Cord Award, the purpose of the Boone Silver Cord program is to instill within students of our high school the importance of community service and to encourage students to be accountable for investing in their education and community on a regular basis during their school years. The Silver Cord Award is a distinguished award for students who earn at least 40 hours of volunteer community service during each of the years in high school. Each of these students have become invaluable leaders at Boone High School and in the Boone community. I'd like the class of 2019 Silver Cord recipients to please stand when recognized. Please hold your applause till all names have been read. Jordan Engel, Ellen Castle, Riley Hayworth, Alexis Johnson, Maggie Mueller, Anna Olson, Elaney Parker, and Hunter Sherry. These are our Silver Cord recipients from 2019. The Donor of Distinction. To be a recipient of the Donor of Distinction program, students must donate at least 5 units of blood before graduation. Will the following students please stand to be recognized? Ella Erickson, Abigail Lumley, Tyler McBride, Jaden McDonough, Anna Olson, Mason Patterson, Brandon Rouse, and Hallie Walker. These are donors of distinction for the class of 2019. For the rank of Eagle, a scout has to complete 21 merit badges, 13 required, and 8 of their choice, from first aid to rowing, etc. The few that do complete this do a service project to obtain the rank of Eagle. Only 3 Eagles from his troop received or achieved this. This rank took many years to complete, and I'd like to acknowledge his achievement today at graduation. Mitchell Goody, will you please rise? He's our Eagle Scout from 2019. The Academic Hall of Fame. The Boone Community School District, in an effort to recognize academic excellence, has established an Academic Hall of Fame starting with the graduates of 1989. To be eligible for the inclusion in the Academic Hall of Fame, a student must be a graduate of Boone High School, have attended Boone High School for a minimum of 3 semesters, have a grade point average of 3.8 or above, and have a composite score of 28 on the ACT. At this time, I would like the following recipients to come and be recognized. Susan Bird, Alyssa Kashenschmidt, Brandon Rouse, Emma Runstad, and Hunter Sherry. These are our Academic Hall of Fame for the class of 2019. The Brown Award. The Boone High School class of 2019 consists of 5 students who have maintained a perfect 4.0 grade point average throughout their high school careers. The Brown family has recognized scholastic achievement by presenting 4.0 students with the award since 1986. Will the following students please come forward? Brandon Rouse, Emma Runstead, Hunter Sherry, Casey Wilmus, and Brooke Young. These are our Brown Award recipients. Will the class of 2019 please rise? Superintendent Dr. Menard, our school board president Jan Westrom, and members of the Boone Community School District Board of Education. Having duly examined the records, I attest these members of the class of 2019 have met all requirements as prescribed by the Iowa Department of Education and the Boone Community School District for graduation from Boone High School on this day, May 2019.
Thank you, Mr. Byam. To the Boone High School class of 2019, I'd like to offer my sincere congratulations. As a class, you have experienced tremendous success in academics, athletics, music, drama, speech, and art. And as a community, we have enjoyed watching all that you have achieved during your high school years. You have demonstrated outstanding leadership while at the Boone High, and many of you have volunteered your time and talents in ways that have benefited your school and our community. With your continued dedication to learning and service, you will make a difference in this world. Mr. Byam, on behalf of the Board of Education, I am pleased to accept the class of 2019 for graduation.
Ryan Dwayne Anderson. Jordan Lee Engel. Greta Lee Aspengren. Justin Brian Aspengren. Sierra Mackenzie Baumgartner. Lucas James Blackburn. John Benjamin Bloom. Stephen James Bowen. Tabor Lee Brow. Callie Maya Brogdon. Megan Alexandra Browning. Christian Lee Bashore. Suzanne Bird. Hannah Marie Carson. Tyler David Casati. Ellen Elizabeth Castle. Robert Allen Clute. John Marvin Coleman. Alyssa Robin Conrad. Samantha Jo Kraus. Arlene Marie Cruz. Madeline Sue Danner. Jillian Ashley Davis. Wyatt Ted Dowdy. Emma Joanne Ellsworth. Andrew James Eli. Ella Rose Erickson. Joseph Curtis Foley. Anna Ruby Friend. Ashley Rose First. Jonathan Ray Garvey. Carla Gomez Tello Tellez. Morgan Casey Gramowski. Jonah Matthew Grimes. Alicia Marie Gustafson. Mitchell Peter Goody. Bailey Joe Hammer. Braden Michael Hay. Riley Lauren Hayworth. Erica Lynn Heckman. Alexis Jade Heffler. Paige Nicole Hollenberg. Jackson Charles Hora. Leandra Marie Hoverston. Casey Ross Hutchings. Josie Grace Jacobson. Alexis Ann Johnson. Kenley Elizabeth Johnson. Jamie Lynn Kading. Alyssa Roxanne Cashton-Smith. Anthony Michael Keller. Joseph Leon Kemp. Samuel Robert Kemp. Macy Lee Klein. Cameron Scott Kochjon. Matthew Austin Cordick. Scott Richard Kraus. Tyson James Kroll. Harper Rose Larson. Noah Jeffrey Lee. Jacob B. Lewis. Guan Hoa Lin. Caroline Elizabeth Lohman. Abigail D. Lumley. David Allen Lungberg, Jr. Ian Xander Maxon.
Tyler Ryan McBride. Jaden Blanche McDonough. Kiera K. McFadden. Bailey Grace Miller. Mackenzie Ann Mosier. Sormi Sue Mulvandaran. Maggie Jo Muller. Samantha Ann Needham. John Christian Nelson. Elena Madison Nichols. Chance William Nordstrom. Joshua Aaron Norris. Anna Grace Olson. Jada Mae Olson. Megan Louise Osborne. Nicholas Andrew Otto. Eleni Margene Parker. Michael Thomas Parks. Sky Marie Patton. Bryce Gregory Patterson. Connor Lee Patterson. Mason Robert Patterson. Michael Tyler Pearson. Tristan John Pearson. Sydney Jean Peter. Caleb Robert Pierce. Jacob Lewis Pinta. Madison May Postma. Taylor Jane Pova. Emma Claire Pratt. Brett Anthony Price. Natasha Amity Renssler. Derek Peter Reinhardt. Norbert Riazamana. Brandon Keenan Rouse. Emma Angeline Runstad. John Anders Runstad. Davy Joe Shank. Blake Jackson Schwind. Nathan Allen Shank. Stephen Edward Shannon. Josephine Vanas Sharp. Quinn David Shaw. Hunter David Sherry. Connor Patrick Smith. Catherine Lily Smith. Sydney Grace Snyder. Bethany Nicole Spears. David Shaw Spencer. Devin Shaw Spencer. Grace Virginia Squibb. Jasmine Adrienne Stairs. Jordan Lynn Stevens. Jacob Leonard Sternberg. Mikhail Deshawn Stewart. Alexander J. Sturtz. Madison Marie Sturtz. Hope Brianne Sunberg. Sean Carter Tankey. Justin Tyler Thompson. Joseph Michael Turner. Spencer J. Turner. Kane Edward Vinchattel. Hallie Mae Walker. Shayna Lee Weldon. Joseph Daniel Wilksack. Casey Marie Wilmus. Dimitri James Wojcik. Brooke Elaine Young.
Parents, we have gotten to that moment where you want to get your cameras ready. Will the class of 2019 please rise? You may now move your tassel from right to left. And I'd like to be the first to congratulate the graduates of the class of 2019. Go ahead.